Welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf. Yes, I know I'm doing, again, 2 reviews in one. There is a reason why I'm doing 2 reviews in one. Yes, I know I didn't stream Tuesday. We were planning to put up my new shelves, which only Apple has seen one of them that I put up. The City Series shelf, big white one that I showed in the collection video, that's gone. A brand new shelf that matches the colors I have in my room. But then I was planning to do a review Tuesday. Yeah, that changed. I went to the casino that night. Tuesday night. I was just fixing a backdrop. Yeah, I went to the casino that night. I won some money. Well, I won a good amount of money from that. And by the time I got home, it would have been late. Yeah. And then, well, after then, last Wednesday, which was yesterday, now, I was just playing Destiny 2 after I watched the movie with a friend. And then, yeah, now I'm back, and tomorrow I probably might game. I am working on the stream schedule too. That's another reason why I really didn't stream, but the reviews will still be 2 days a week. And why I'm doing them both in the same video and not 2 separate videos is because if you know, well, they're the horror cons, I believe. The horror cons, which in the Headmaster, they did appear in the Headmaster show, Japanese version. You do see 2 Decepticons show up at the same time, Snapdragon and Apeface. They do have a couple of the other the Headmaster bots, Headmasters, like Galvatron. Like see Galvatron, Skullcruncher from the Titans Return line. That's all of them. Well, yeah, that's all of the cons I have from that line. In that, Japanese era, I do have a few Master Force spots, but those are Master Force, and then I obviously have a few from Victory, Zero Zone bots. But yeah, they appeared in the show together. I decided just to do them both in the same review. And they're duo, the horror cons. Correct. Or I could be talking about 2 different cons. But anyways, here's Seige, Apeface, and Snapdragon. I'll show off their boxes first, and then I'll take a look at the figures. So here, I'll make sure everything's in frame. But you can see on the side, it's Apeface, currency, it's a Siege box. Transformers, Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy. And Eat It Up, Hasbro right there at the bottom, Transformers right there on the side. It's a big box, I'm not really going to adjust the camera much. So the con symbol, War for Cybertron Trilogy right there, which no, you can't even see there. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, same Siege box, so you get this awesome Siege artwork. Here, I'll set them off to the side. So there you can see the awesome Siege artwork of him holding his gun. Okay, other side, it's the normal Siege artwork you've seen before. Showed it with Sideswipe. Alright, back of the box. It does show robot mode up here. Alt mode with this head, I'll talk about that. Second jet mode right there, and then there's the Battlemaster. I do have him. I'm not really gonna wear that. There, that's it for the box. Well, for the Siege box at least. Or here. Here's Snapdragon's box. Snapdragon runs to that right cut the map. It's over there on the side. I have to go dig for it if I want to find it. Transformers Cybertron Siege. I know there's a price right there. I'll explain it because I didn't buy it from, well, that price. I'll explain my how but let's take a look at the box. Transformers right there. Pretty much the same stuff. Auto symbol, Takara Tomy, Decepticon Snapdragon, Decepticon symbol, Decepticon symbol. War for Cybertron Trilogy, yes, with Galvatron. The awesome Snapdragon artwork. Keep hitting the camera. There's that. The Earthrise artwork. There's that. Back of the box, you see his robot mode. You see his dyno mode, T-Rex mode. You can see how the headmaster can integrate, and there is the jet mode down here. That's both of them. Box is done. But there's both the boxes, so I'll readjust the camera for the figures. So I did get Snapdragon for a good price for $20. If you know him, you see probably, if you haven't, go check his channel out. Sleeping Collectibles. He posted on his Instagram a while ago now, last year. On his Instagram that he was selling some stuff, and one of them was Snapdragon. He was selling for $20. That was a good deal right there. So yeah, I had enough. Well, I ordered him from Sleeping Collectibles, a great YouTuber who does games and other stuff, a bunch of balls stuff, wrestling, Marvel, Transformers, of course, WWE. I'm just going off of a few rounds. Star Wars. Find him on the channel, Sleeping Collectibles, Instagram. Sleeping Collectibles. He'll see him in the chat a few times. I'm just adjusting the backdrop. It was starting to come undone. But yeah, he was selling Snapdragon for $20. I believe that was with shipping included too, or I had to pay for shipping, but that wasn't enough. Well, that wasn't a lot. I was just fixing the backdrop. It was starting to fall over. But yeah, he was selling Snapdragon. Yeah, like I said, I had enough money. I got him, and then when he arrived, I looked around on Amazon a few days before. I saw Apeface there. He didn't have Apeface. He only had Snapdragon. So yeah, I saw Apeface for what, like $30. So about 50 in total. So yeah, I got the two Horicons, Snapdragon and Apeface. Yes, I know there's that third-party companies for two versions of them. The Keith's Fantasy Club is the only really one who did the version until Make Toys again. Make Toys is back, and they are showing off their prototypes for them for Snapdragon / Apeface. Well, for Apeface at least. That's Snapdragon. There was the G1 Snapdragon and Apeface. That's all we really got them from the US, but now in the Earth Spark and Seige, we got Snapdragon is Apeface as is waist rotated there. There you go. But there. So yeah, you get Snapdragon Apeface. I have TFCon literally in like 2 weeks, so that's gonna be a great event. I already got my tickets. I already got that. And then there's that. So I'll take a look at both of them individually, and I'll transform them. And then I'll do a size comparison of both of them at once, so I don't have to like go back and grab them. Alright, so I'll just take a look at both of them. I do have their accessories off to the side, but like I said, I'll take a look at both individually. Set Snapdragon down here, well, off to the side. So here's Apeface. Let's talk about him. He is made of the nylon plastic. That's the glow in the dark type. There's the head sculpt, which it is accurate to him. The chest, the gun symbol, the battle damage on the shoulder, there's the arms, there's the legs, thighs, or chest, feet. If I rotate him to the side, you can see there's the backpack. There, I believe that's how you have it. Or yeah. Yeah, there's the backpack. See, well, you can see there's the head back there. Small part of the face back there. Right there. That looks like a little engine piece right there. But I'll talk about what this is later. There's that. Well, as I just move him and he falls over. But there, he does look good. pretty much accurate. Hey, collecting with Cole, how are you doing? Alright, so there's him. I'll show over articulation now and take out his weapons and all his accessories. But yeah, how are you collecting with Cole? So for his articulation, head can rotate not full 360. Yes, it can rotate full 360, but you'll feel this head. But I'll talk about that head more once we get into his third mode. I'll talk about the headmaster articulation in his second mode. Arms can do a full 360, you have to bring them out. But yeah, you can get a full 360. Elbow bend, single joint, rotation at the elbow. It is tight on my copy, but you get full 360 at the elbow joint. Yeah, you can bend the elbow back on both joints, but granted, that's due to transformation. Right there, if you want to break the elbow, if you want. The fist can only move in due to transformation. There's no waist swivel the way how he transforms. Legs can go that far forward. Right there, and they can't go that far back to the backpack. They can go out far. So yes, you can get him doing the splits. Thigh swivel, full 360. Knee bend, just right there. So yeah, you need a knee bend. Right there, you can see there's stuff for other mode. Ankle tiltage, full ankle tiltage, right there, and the foot can go up. That's more to transformation, but you get that. I'll be standing back up and I'll do the show him with his weapon, with his accessories. He comes with 2 pieces. Well, besides that, the headmaster, that's one of them. I'll talk about that later. You get the shield. It's done in translucent plastic, and it's just painted red, but it's done in the translucent plastic. So be careful with that. You can peg it into any of the 5mm ports or in there, in the shoulder, forearm, to give him a shield. Shield, you get this gun. It's fully done in black plastic. There, you can see it's molded nice. And there's that. You can hold it. All right, there. I'll set him off to the side, then I'll talk about Snapdragon, then I'll do the same thing that I just did with Apeface, and then I'll talk about comparisons and pose them up, and then we'll work on their alt modes. So here is Snapdragon. He's done white plastic. There, I can bring down the camera slightly. There. But there he is. The head can rotate again at full 360. No issues there. Arms full 360. That tab will get in the way, but you can rotate them out. So you can get full 360. They can go that far out, just like Apeface can. Okay, you get that. Bicep swivel, full 360, which is due to transformation. But you get that. You get an arm bend. So you get elbow bend. Not 90 degrees. There, you can see you get that much bend. And then the fist, they can't do anything. That's the transformation if they hinge them down. Waist swivel, a full 360, no issues there. So yes, you get his waist swivel. Hips can go that far forward, no issues there. They can go back fully. So yes, he can do the splits, forward and back. They can go out that far, more than Apeface could. So yes, you can get him doing the splits. It's a little tight. There we go. Yeah, you can get him doing that with that. Bend, thigh swivel. Come out there. You get a full 360 side swivel. knee bend is there, right there. So yeah, you can get a knee bend out of him. Like I just, you can cold tilt. I'll show the back and side, and if you want, you can bring that foot forward for forward movement, and you can move the heel. But that's all for transformation into his other modes. Well, other mode posability. So there, I'll quickly do a 360 of him, so you can see how he looks. Well, from the front, back, sides. Okay, there's the side. Okay. See, there's a 5mm ports all over, and there's the back. Just gonna stand there. There's that. He's stable. He does come with 2 weapons. His monsters. They can go on any of the 5mm ports, and, as you'll see in the thumbnail. I have them in the fist. Just put him in there. So there, he can blast some Autobots. Obviously, see the silicon symbol in the chest. There, but there's that. So you can see there's Apeface and Snapdragon right there. Alright, like I said, I'll do comparisons and I'll pose them up. So here's Apeface, there's Snapdragon, there's Apeface. So you can see there's those 2. Alright, for compare, I'm just going to bring them over because they're in the middle so you can get a sense of scale there. Okay, I have 2, one for the second mode and one for the third mode. But here is my Skull Cruncher, another Headmaster that I did appear in the Headmaster show. So yeah, he's a deluxe. Granted, is kind of leaning that one side. Granted, he has loose joints on my copy. So let me just get him stand. Let me just get him standing tall. But yeah, he does have loose joints on my copy. Granted, this has been, what, 2012-ish figure. And he is slightly dusty. I probably should have dusted him off. But it's fine. Oh, okay. It was like 2014. That's how. So if you do the math, that's 2 new ones. Okay. Let me just get him standing so you can see how big he is. Big he is compared to his other headmasters. I do have the Mind Wipe mold. I don't have the Mind Wipe figure. Exactly. I have the Draculus one. There. Just get him right there. Like I said, he has loose joints on my, so I have to adjust him properly. If he doesn't stand, I can just prop him up with Apeface's gun. And Snapdragon. And if you haven't been watching The Last of Us, go watch that show. It's on HBO Max. It's on a different platform for UK, but it's available in UK. Skyline, I believe, it was on. Okay, for UK, but there. You can see there's Snapdragon and there's Apeface with Skull Cruncher right in the middle. Yeah, he's a loose figure, loose joints. Alright. Like I did mention, another Master spot. The mighty T Galvatron. Headmasters. Sorry, I said Masterverse. But Masterverse is the series after Headmasters. Well, from the Japanese continuity. But here is Legacy Galvatron, which you saw in Snapdragon's box arts. There. Yeah, as you can see, they're roughly around the same size there. I believe that's how kind of they were in the show. Yeah, Galvatron's a little bit bigger. Let me make the camera grow. There is Galvatron. Let me just see a bit more in frame, but there. See, there's all three of them. They look good together, Snapdragon Apeface, but there. So that. So I'll just pose them up, and then I'll talk about their alt, transform them to alt modes. Okay. And here I'll also show where the blast effects are. Should have enough for both of them to at least show where their blast effects are at. And then yes, they do come with the instructions. I'll take a look at that after I pose them up. After I pose them up. So I'll quickly just put the blast effects on. Granted, their weapons do have one port each, so right there, so you get one on each shoulder, and I believe there's one on the leg. There are other blast effect ports, but they're more for the other alt modes. There, so you can see there's the 3 Snapdragons, both shoulders, and one on the thigh. So like I just said, both shoulders. There's one here, one on this knee, I know, right there, 2 on this. It has one more. There, so you can see where Apeface ones are at. Right there. Okay, there's that. So now I'll show them how they're like fighting. Well, or shooting Autobots. Close them up now and talk about their instructions. Yeah, I got TFCon the next few weeks actually. March 11th, because it's going to be it's March 3rd, March 4th now. And there's that. Just going to quickly pose them up. You can see how it's similar to the thumbnail. Yeah, well, their face is different from the thumbnail. Well, how I pose them up. I already got theirs made. There, so you can see there's some guns. As I just knock off his aspect. Yeah, these are good, well, figures, solid figures. And I'll save that for final thoughts. But there is Snapdragon in the face right there, so you can see their display is gone, and I'll take a look and show you the instructions. Here, I'll slide back a little bit. Okay, there's that. Here, I'll rotate Snapdragon a little bit to the left. So there, you can see there's that. All right. I'll quickly just go over the instructions. The instructions, I'm not going to follow the instructions for, well, how to transform them. For example, here's Apeface. This one, you can see there's the, right there, Apeface. That stuff, number 50 in the line. Okay, not from the Seige line. Okay, it does show his weapons. They're in Cybertronian, so SA is for his gun. There you can see all the text packs right there. And EM is for his shield. So we basically show him from robot to gorilla mode. And then gorilla to his jet mode. I can hold that flap away. Shows, yes, where you can have them hold the weapons down there. Last effects, if you want. But yeah, there's the instructions for him. Now, for Snapdragon, it's different order, as I just realized I knocked over his blast effect. Granted, if you've seen in the collection video that I did in December, you will know who holds that blast effect. Alright, Snapdragons, there's a robot, Decepticon Snapdragon. So, like I said, we're trying text specs. Can't read that right here. Okay. So yeah, it goes from robot to his ship mode. Shows all of the steps, 14 steps to get into his jet mode. Shows where the Titan Master can go. Titan Master, whatever you want to call it. And then from ship to his T-Rex Titan mode. Which I will show how to get him into that mode later. So we're basically going to follow his Snapdragon's orientation into instructions from robot 2 with jet mode 2, and then we're ending off with beast modes. Okay, so I'm going to set Snap off to the side, and we're going to work on Apeface. I'm just going to transform him into his ship mode first. I do have the flight stands ready. Remove the gun. Remove the shield. I'll talk about the headmaster in a minute. Once I finish the jet mode. Remove the head. Set that off to the side there. He's headless. And by the way, here, you know what? I'll just talk about the headmaster right now, real quick. So if you have a headmaster, and headmaster would work, or prime master. I'll just quickly show this off. Then I'll talk about the headmaster later. For example, here's Snapdragon's headmaster. And yes, if you want, you can interchange heads. Same articulation, but it's just different colors. But there. As I just shoot his head flying off to the side. But there, so if you want, you can swap your headmasters around. I'm just also seeing where his head went. I'm gonna need that back. As his head goes flying. There we go. You can do the same thing for the Apeface's headmaster. Somehow Snapdragon is headless, which you can't see him. I'll just quickly show this off. Now I'll continue on to the Apeface transformation. I already removed Snapdragon's guns. I left the headmaster off since I just shot it off for a sec. But here's him. I guess I'm not going to show his transformation just yet. But yeah, he has the same connection port right here. Sorry, let me put it on the right way so you can see his head. There. There, so you can see there's that. I'll bring the camera down there. So if you want, you can have them swap heads, which the Autobot headmasters did do a couple times. Not really anyone else did. Alright, bring the camera down. So yeah, if you want, you can swap them. Heads around. Yeah, so if you want, you can swap their heads around. You can do it with any headmaster bot figure. There, I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to set you off to the side over here. Alright, save accessories. I'll talk about you in a minute. I'm just reputting Skull Crunch since Snapdragon's head back on. Okay, there. Apeface is good, easy transformation. Well, granted, remember we are going to jet mode first, so fold in the fist, and then now you're gonna bend at the elbow backwards. Tab in, there's the tab on the back of the arm. On the back of the arm that will peg into the shoulder. Right there, you can see it's pegged into the shoulder. There is, here, well, I'll redo that in a sec. But you can see there is a tab right here. There's a tab right here that will peg right into that little slot where the mushroom joint is. There, peg that in, and yeah, you can just peg that shoulder in. Now do the same thing for the opposite side. We're pretty much going like we are going to his gorilla mode, into his other mode. But we're doing that one last there. That one, it would also help if you untab the wings. Just untab and pull out. And tab from the back here. You just leave the arms, those up there. And tab, pull out. You can also lift the hinge of the backpack down. That will give you the full clearance. Just rotate those wings down. Rotate them down for a sec while we finish up the body, the upper body. Leave these hips down, those legs up, collapse. Same thing for the other side. Snaps. Bring this here. I'll leave those out for now. You're going to use the ankle tilted to bring that out to bring this out. Same thing on the opposite. Use the ankle tilt to bring. We don't want to untab you. Bring out. Now you can bring in and push the foot up forward. Forward. You're going to collapse. There's a tab. That will peg into the chest. Let me do on this side. There's a tab. There's this slot right here of my nail, and then there is a tab right here. That will go into that slot. That tab will go into that slot. Line up and peg in. Because this is going to form more of this stuff for gorilla mode, but we're not going there yet. And that forward, you want to just now get these panels up and over. So bring these up. Well, and sometimes, yeah, they'll come untapped on that chest slot, which is just it on that side. Yeah, just get that tabbed in and then bring them in. And get that tab underneath. And we just gotta make sure everything is tabbed in properly. Here. Bring the nose cone down once everything's tapped in properly. So untie that a little bit. There's a peg. Peg. Something's not tabbing in right for the chest. I'll fix something. Okay. There. So there. I just retabbed everything in. So there's the two peg holes, two pegs right here. Yeah, they are. Pretty cool. So there's two pegs right here. And we'll go into the two slots, peg holes. Line up this bit, I just push in there to hide that a little bit. Okay, there, push that in. Push that right there. So that's that side done. Both sides done. You can push the wings in, down, middle, there, both sides. So this side comes unpegged. There. There. That's pretty much it. So now you're gonna open the cockpit. Those are, yeah, they are pretty cool. Open the cockpit, you can see there's like a little seat. Right there. You can extend that. Here, let's transform the head. You can extend the flip out on the legs. There. Like so. It's super small. You can see there's the head. Detail red for the face. Silver visor. Arms can move up. That's pretty much all you can do. The legs, you can go forward so you can sit. if you want, and it can extend, or you can fold them up into head mode. But so for this mode, you want to flip up the hands. Well, you can flip up the hands. I'm just doing this since I'm not going in order for him. Bring up the knees, and he could sit back there. So he's like piloting the jet mode. There, and then just close up the cockpit on him. So, yes, the cockpit is a translucent piece, so, but you won't really see him there. So you can see he is sitting in there. The headmaster is sitting in there. There, and then close up the cockpit. There's that. So the shield, there's a peg at the back, right above the cockpit. That will peg hole line up, and that will sit on top of the cockpit. So there, it's the cockpit is pretty hidden. The instructions do tell you to put the gun in the first port. There's 2 ports, one right here. Second port, I do it at the bottom port, but the reason why I don't do it at the bottom is because this one's loose. So it's loose. Connection on my copy at least. It's a loose one, so that's why I just peg it in the bottom one. It holds in securely. It holds in much better. And robot mode as I get in his gorilla mode. But there, let me just get that pegged in. There, you see that's pegged in and it's not going to drop. But here's his jet mode. I'll quickly show off the jet mode. I'll do comparisons later. Right there, but yeah, so you can see how he looks. Jet mode, you can see the ports. Ram up if you want. You can see a small Decepticon symbol right there on the nose cone. You can see a faux cockpit. Wings. Pretty much see a bunch of stuff that we saw already. And some new stuff. There, so I'll put him off to the side. He does not have landing gear. Snapdragon does have one, faux wheel. Speaking of Snapdragon, let's transform him into his jet mode, which his jet mode does look good too. So set him off to the side. He is right here. I do have his guns off to the side. So we're pretty much just gonna do his transformation, and I'll show him on the flight stance. So to transform, remove the head, like we did before. You're going to rotate the arm at the elbow 180, so that way the fins are pointing up. So you can see the fins are pointing up. There's that little tab there. Just rotate them around 180, like so, for now. So you can see they're backwards. Rotate 180 on both sides. Right there, like that. So yeah, we're basically going to work on the cockpit. So untab this bit, flip the foot up, and then just bring that down. It's on like a little screw, so you can see how there's a gap right here. There, and then just push that up. So, and rotate the thigh, so that way, this is the front. Well, this is how it is in robot mode. And just going to rotate back. And bend and put it in the middle, like that. And do the same thing on the other side, so you can rotate now. You want to flip the foot up, just push that up. Make sure this little bit is straight right here. I'll explain why more if you go into his third mode. You can bring that down, just keep flying it out. So you can see there is that little gap there, and this isn't fully like lined up. Just push that back. That's on a little slider. Perfect. So now you can tab the legs in. I'll show that little detail. Tab in, tab in. Let me make sure the feet stayed up. I'll get the landing gear out later. I want to make sure the legs, waist is straight. You're going to untab the backpack. There's tabs that peg into the chest on both sides. Right there. So you can hinge this bit down. That will you click in. Snap, hinge that down, so that way the arms can now get into their jet mode. There, I'll just bring them out of the way. So there is 2 slot tabs right here in this bit that will go into these 2 slots right there. You just want to make sure the waist is straight as possible. Make sure that sits at the back. So you still have those 2 ports available. Tab in the wing and tab in the arm, and now straighten out the wing. Sometimes I just rotate it to make sure it's even with this panel in front of it. But there you have Snapdragon in its alt mode. Now I'm just showing you this, now I'll show where the time master goes. Just make sure that panel is straight. So that way that can at least line up with the wing. But there, so you can see it looks like a good cool jet mode. No idea, granted these aren't more what they're based on. These are different designs. There's that. I'll show where the weapons goes in a sec. But you can kind of see it almost looks like an axe. If I load this way maybe, but alright. So you can see there is a little gap right here. It's easier to do in the headmaster. Easy to be undoing the steps. And flipping out the landing gear, which is now there. So landing gear's on this side, just flip that a little bit out there. Landing gear's out, so you can open this, it's just sometimes it's hard to close. Easy to close, like here, I'll just give you an example. But you can also see all this like cool mold detail right there down in the blue. There on both sides, so you get all that panel work there. Tap that back in. There, so you can see like there's like a little console for him to sit at. Say in transformation, same little detail, just extend the legs, and you can bring the arms up if you want. Well, and then he can just sit in there. Just have him in a seat position and slide him in, and like that. I was just bringing his head up in there, so you can see there he is now. Just close this cockpit up. I don't know, as the landing gear gets pushed away. There, so you can see he'll. There, well, this bit's a little easier to do sometimes it's not there. But so that way, if you get the right angle, as he's sitting off balance, sitting sideways there. But you can see him in the cockpit right there. And you see that photo cockpit. Here, I'll re-tab this back in. But there, and then I also flipped out the landing gear so we can actually balance. Which is balanced. Here, I can also lower the camera slightly since he's a little bit bigger. There, so that way you can see the gem a little bit better. It does not roll, it's not rolling landing gear. It's plastic wheels, plastic wheel, but yeah, you can see the gem mode. See the guns? You can put them on any of the 5mm ports you see, but they do specifically tell you to put them in the wing, in the ports on the wing. Put them there, and there. And I'll do a full 360 of the all mode. Do an Apeface a full 360. But the wings do the guns on the wings do kind of give them like a little bit more balance. Plus it gives them firepower. They don't really touch the ground. But there, you can see he's balanced, he's stable. So yeah, you can just fly straight at you and shooting you. There, but you can see that's how he looks. You can see there's some little hidden new detail. But granted, this stuff up here that you can't see at the top is more for his third mode, which we'll get into in a sec. But you can see there's like a cockpit right there, the flow cockpit, and then there's the actual cockpit, well, the real cockpit and then the flow. So at least they can have him sit there. You can see there's 5 million parts. You can put him on anywhere. Roll, but yeah, you can see the sides look clean. The back, you can see the thrusters, which are just the hands, but You can at least see the top thruster. Undercarriage really quick. There's that. You could just see the robot underneath here. See the chest, the arms, and the feet. There's that. I'll quickly do the Apeface 360. I can just leave Snapdragon right there. But there, so you can see there's Apeface. Here's the side, back, undercarriage, which you already saw that. And, well, there's the, right there, top. But there's them two together. I'll do one comparison for jet mode. And I'll do one on the flight stand. Here is G2 G-axis from the Legacy. Granted, it's just another plane. But there, so, and she's here. And they're into different designs. It's about almost the same length as Snapdragon. Next thing we're going to, Apeface is a little bit more boxier. But there's that. I'll set G-axis off to the side. Alright, now I do have the flight stands off to the side too. So let's see how these look on the flight stands. These are the Effects Hobby flight stands. So I'm just going to peg them in. I know Snapdragon does not have a 5mm port, a 3mm port, but here. There's Apeface, so there, that's his one. And will it hold him? Oh god, no. It won't hold him. Granted, you have the robot under a jet there. I'm not gonna really put it in a cool pose because you see it's wobbling there. But there, so you can see there's the jet mode. Because like if I move it, it's gonna wobble a little bit. But yeah, you can see there he is on the flight stand. He is a little bit angled. I'm not gonna worry about it. I know Snapdragon won't really fit on it, the flight stand, so I'm just gonna see if I can make one really fit. So I might be able to get, I can get it balanced. I might be able to get it balanced. I'm just gonna, he doesn't really have a flight stand port, but there, I can try to get him balanced on him. There, that's the best I can do for that one, for Snapdragon, since he doesn't actually have a flight port. I just gotta balance. I just literally balanced him on the flight stand. As I say that, he's going unbalanced. Let me also put your linear away and put it back in. So I just put that right there, and then his crotch and his chest is just resting on it. There. You can see there's Snapdragon. If I rotate, he's gonna. Oh. There's Snapdragon and there's Apeface. Just to give you like a little bird's eye view. But yeah, there's both of them on the flight stand. And so if I mess with the table, they're on both level. Alright, anyways, let's get them off of the table and swap over to their final modes. Remember, they are triple changers. Granted, you can put blast effects on them in ports. There's a couple of different ports available. Just flip out that linear. I'll split that. Oh, well, you can stay in there. We're not done with you yet. I'm just going to quickly show where the ports are. And then I'll swap over to the final mode as his headmaster comes out. I know the headmasters do have names, like Knock and Scar, I believe. Or no. I'm not sure what their names are. Okay. And that gun just drops. You're not a missile. You're not a bomb. Alright, just flipped out that landing gear. Reel over the camera. I'm just going to show you where the, well, in this mode are. There. Granted, you have the guns. Alright, I got the blast effects back. Oh, they were just over to the side. Just making sure I have all the blast effects. I just need to grab the last one. There. We're just grabbing the blast effects. One just fell under the instructions. Alright. Snapdragon. I won't probably have enough to do both of them like I did before in robot mode. We'll see. One on the shoulder. Again. One right here. In the back. Top. Another one in the wing. And another, well, two on the wings. I won't be able to do both at once. I have to get more of the blast effects out. But just to give you a little example of how many ports there are. Granted, you could also put two on the weapon. But there, so you can see, like, he's getting shot at. Those are all the ports on him. The ports won't live where the blast effects are. Alright. Can go. Can go. Apeface is limited. He doesn't have any in all mode. So that just saved me a few seconds. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the headmasters from the body for a sec. And then I'll transform them into. Alright, so you know what? Let's go. I'm gonna do Apeface and I'll do Snapdragon's transformation into the final modes. Remove the gun, remove the shield for Apeface. Remove him for a sec. There, close that up. Alright. Basically, we're halfway in all mode, we're halfway in gorilla mode, we're halfway not. So, I want to pull up the wings, just rotate them back. Pull up the wings, rotate them back. So, we're going to untab these bits, flip out that bit, and now flip out that bit. That is a gorilla arm, which this is going to help give him a little bit more stability for his third mode. Yeah, he's going to pretty much be like this. I'll do the back legs really quickly. Rotate around. But yeah, the arms, you just untab them and then flip those out. Legs, you flip down these bits and then flip down the foot. Flip out the foot and flip down that bit. So now you can align it up however you want. I just do it like this. Right there. You can do the back legs however you want, but that's just how I have them slayed. These fins stay at the back, push down, rotate again. There. So you can see he is balanced. You can start to see the ape mode coming along. Actually, he needs a head. So let's do that. So just grab here and just pull up. And now flip back. That will flip back. This will push down. Here, let's get the head in to the chest. So yeah, now you want to push down on the chest, on the cockpit, so that way it goes down into the chest, and just push that white bit in. And that's pretty much it, ape mode. So you can see we're pretty much almost there, but there's an issue. Let me also bring up the camera for him. You see the issue? He does not have no face. Yeah, he has no face. I mean, he'll need a face to see. So you're gonna take the headmaster, arms back, put it back in the head mode. So remember, this was the robot mode head. Flip that around. You see there's this like eyes. Peg that into that gap. There you have his eyes. Oh, yeah, it wasn't sitting in right fully. I could tell. But there is Apeface done. But granted, you can armor him up. Okay, you can put the gun. Instructions do just say to put the gun here and then just remove it and flip it around for alt mode. But I do the gun the same way in gem mode, so that way it sits right there. You can have the shield sitting on that second port. You just got to put the gun in the shield first and then the gun. Bring the camera slightly up a little bit because yeah, it's there. Just show you that off. Or this is how the instructions tell you. Just leave the gun how you had it in there. So just play mode. Play mode. And yeah, that won't untap the head. So, or you could have like, if you want to do that, then you could have the gun up there. But that's not how I do it. Right? You could display however you want. That's how the instructions say to do it. I just showed you how I do it, but it's easy. So that way I'm not really fighting with the translucent peg all that much. As that light came untapped. Okay, I do this one first, just to give him like a little bit more detail. And then I drop the gun on the bottom, right behind it. And there is Apeface in his ape mode. Which is pretty much what he was in the show. I can layer all over the camera slightly. But there's that, you can see there's the side. Back is pretty much what you saw in the gem mode. It's a pretty simple transformation once you get him to gem mode. But here's that. But now you just have slight articulation in this mode. The arms, well, they can go back. They have it back. Pause can go back. They have the hinge so you can get it around. You can angle it around. You can angle this bit however you want it. I just have it at this angle. So you can have a little look. Front paws have full 360. Well, the shoulders, you can hinge that in, and then the fist, you can hinge that in if you want. And balance real quick. So that way Apeface can stand. So yeah, you see the head can rotate pretty much on that ball joint right at the base. So yeah, you can look up and down. Yeah, that's Apeface done. Let's go finish Snapdragon. And I'll show you why you want to leave Apeface on the head. Gorilla mode too, because if you lose this headmaster, you're probably just gonna have to leave him in jet mode. So I'll set Apeface to the side. Here's Snapdragon. Remove the guns. Remove the guns. Let's have this. I'm not really going over in the order of instructions. Here, I'll show you why you want to leave Apeface's headmaster on. Because here, if I put him on, just to show you why. If you're wondering, you have the Titan's Return Apeface. You can also swap that one out, but I don't have that version. So let me just get his head out. Here is not all is Skull Cruncher. One, yeah, you can see there. I was about to say it won't fit, but yeah, he won't fit, but you can kind of see why it's in that one. Here, let me just do Skull Crunchers and show you, but you can see it won't really fit if you try another headmaster in there. You might end up breaking something. But if I do Skull Cruncher, Skull Cruncher's one, you can just see the forehead. So yeah, that's why I just do Apeface on that mode and don't really swap them out for this mode at least. But yeah, there's Apeface, so you can get him smiling at you. Let's do Snapdragons. So let me set Apeface back onto the side. I do give him that like the smile, so I was looking at you smiling. And you can see his gun right there. Alright, so let's resume Snapdragons. I'll just put the headmaster back in robot mode so you can basically just watch his buddy transform. Okay, well, you're fine. You can go over there. Okay, so I just had to recollect the tail. Alright. So we're going to basically start with the back and then work our way forward. Or you can leave that untapped for a sec. So to do the tail, just bring this. He has more transformations than Apeface. That's why we're really talking about Apeface. Just bend right there. So you can see that's at a bend. Tails will move it. Find your angle. From a tail. So and that piece will sit right there. I will still sit right here. Just want to rotate around, fold the pins back into the robot mode, and flip out the fist. Well, flip down the fist, which will reveal the monster. Dragon hands. Untab, bring down, flip back, and flip down. Just that because that reveals the monster hand. So yes, if you want, could essentially have a Snapdragon like this, or more like sit. Do that. I'm going to come to this inside and now bring out these blue bits, which are going to be the dragon hands. I'll show them like how I did in the running pose too, but let me just finish off. But as you see, we're still missing a head, so you want to flip down the chest, unpeg. You want to unpeg. Okay, obviously when the camera's on, it won't work. When the camera's off, it will work there. So unpeg and shift this down. So that will, and that just gave me the clearance too. There, so you can see the chest sits a little bit more down. And you can see there's that port. But you want to open this panel right there. Open that panel, and now you can see there's this bit. Flip that out. Flip that all the way out. Close this up, and there you go. And more in his monster run mode. So yeah, you can kind of see it looks like a Godzilla-esque pose. With a long ass tail. Alright, so now let me show you this. If you notice there's no eyes, I'll show you how to fix that. There's a little neat trick. This is why I specifically had it stand straight down. So you want to get pegged in to the top port. Sometimes I have to rotate his head around the headmaster's head 180 just to do it. You just get the head rotated around, then I'll resume. It's weird, it won't work, it won't go in that way, so I have to rotate the head 180. I knew that was going to happen. I should just rotate it. Spin that around. Just rotate the last of the way. I didn't rotate fully. I rotate the way how I had it before. There. So he's basically wanted to where his head, robot mode head, is facing robot mode. The headmaster's head is facing that robot head. There's going to be this little clip again at the top of the mouth. It's going to look weird if you do it with another bot. Yeah, you just want to insert into this bot. And, well, be careful. It's on a hinge. So you got right there. But now, right there, let me show you why he doesn't have eyes. There's a little reason why he doesn't have eyes. So, here, I'll bring that. Actually, I just sent up the headmaster. On accident. Yeah, as you see, he doesn't have eyes. So just watch. So if you see he doesn't have eyes, now watch if I bring an arm up. This finger up. Watch that gap. See that little bit will like fill out the eye. We'll give him an eye right there. You can see the red. That's from the arm. I didn't have it pushed in all the way, so that's why I kind of look it off. So yeah, those little bits will fill out the eyes of robot mode, of beast mode, of the dragon mode. But there, I got pushed in a little bit more. There, and then yes, the feet will form the bottom jaw. Just position the feet and you can lower this bit. 1, 2. Okay, there. So now let's put him in normal stance. Bend right there, bend. Make spot the beast down. No, come on. There we go. See how that back, the head will lock in, and the head will, the back of the neck will lock that in, and just bring out the head forward. So basically it looks like a I know. Okay, come on. Really, the other times I've transformed him, his head hasn't been coming up undone this much. Again, once he's on camera, oh yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. Doesn't you just love when your head just keeps coming untapped while in robot mode? While you're messing with your head? Just keeps coming untapped every time you mess with it. You just love that. And it rolls on the floor. There. And there you can see the red in the eye. Here, I'll bring the head right there. There you go. So you can see how it looks. He looks. Let's just re-sign the backdrop back. Alright, for the guns, there's the 2 ports on the chest, just peg them in. And so he has cannons on his back. And you have Snapdragon complete. That's at the tail. Let's go over articulation real quick. You have that much bend due to angle tiltage. Low bend. You do have that arm can go back that much. Want him to go back that much. You have to repose him. Up a little bit. These little arms have this hinge that can go up pretty much full screen. I'm not sure now. No, they'll get hit by the cannon, so no full 360. You can not go back all the way. See, the pods can go up that much. They're on the ball joint at the base. So once you bring it down, you can rotate it to the side, but granted that exposes the hollow. You get out of the right angle? No. Yes, you can do a full 360. But granted, there's going to be major hollow bits. Hollow bits. That's why I kind of like doing a little angle right there, and then granted that you have that one. Bring out these guns to give them that little back arch. There's that. Let me go grab Apeface for a quick comparison. Quick Horicon. And there's Apeface and Snapdragon. But yeah, Snapdragon's a little bit bigger. Just gonna bring the camera slightly up. There. Now for a quick comparison, since their Apeface is an ape, I decided to bring out transform another ape. There, Primal. Granted, yeah, Primal's a little bit more smaller compared to Apeface. Here, let me put Primal where he stands up to help out. To help change the pose up a little bit. Or where he stands on both feet. Okay, no. Primal, you're not being transformed to your robot mode. I'm just quickly transforming Primal into his robot mode. Right there. Just re-straightening out his fist. So now if you've seen my review of him, I do kind of have him leaning a little bit forward. But there, so now he's big as Snapdragon. But he can also do the monkey rage. But there's that for Primal. I'm just gonna readjust the arms. You know what? I can bring out another headmaster and just transform. It's gonna be a quick transformation, but it's gonna I'll make it quick. It's not impossible to transform. Well, once I find where I put his head at, there, done. But yeah, they're good figures. You can see Snapdragon's bigger. Grunty's also more up front, while Apeface is behind. They do look good together. They do look good. And do look good with the Galvatron, which I'll bring back out in a sec. Which, yes, I will be reviewing this Galvatron later. I don't know when later. I have a bunch of other reviews to catch up on. Then I have TFCon, so there's probably going to be more reviews added to that. The Overwatch reviews, the Toy Hack stuff, but I'll probably do a bunch after the Toy Hack stuff. We'll have Toy Hack stuff. DNA upgrade kit for Victory Saber set. But Toy Hacks I'll probably only do if I like a really reviewed figure or if I'm not reviewing that figure. There's Galvatron in his Roboment to scale a sense of scale between the Snapdragon and Apeface. Apeface is right there. And yeah, I'm gonna have to bring the camera up a little bit. Whereas I know I've had my okay. I'm also just sitting in the back there. Just right there. So now it's not. Yes, I will be doing a Titan review. That's gonna be a big one. Let's just be pulling that corner over. Let's get a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, I'll be doing a Titan review. I put Galvatron right at the edge of the review station, so we just follow. There, I just realized Apeface wasn't fully on this pause. There, he's fully. This pause. There's Apeface and there's Snapdragon, which is kind of, well, from my screen, it's just blocking out the chat a little bit. But there, here, one more bot, just to make it good. I'm just going to quickly transform him. He's about to be done. Well, yeah, like I said, I do have TFCon March 11th. So, expect a haul March 11th with a Prime. I don't know who else will be there. I know a Prime will be there. He already told me he had the day off that day. It might be the Prime you're thinking of, it might not be. The one and only Alpha Prime 88. If you haven't, go check out his artwork. Alpha Prime 88 or APR on YouTube. If you don't know him, he's an awesome dude. He's the one who actually came up with the logo. The logo. He did a picture of my dog, which I don't think I posted. I could go post that in the community tab one day. But yeah, go check him out. He's an awesome dude. No, he's a Netherlands. No. Sorry, Ireland. He's an Ireland collector. If you need. But yeah, he's an artist. He's fantastic art, great prices. He does do commissions. I don't know if he's still doing them, but I know he did do commissions. He did used to do giveaways. That's actually how I won the logo. That's the logo. Got my artwork done from the legendary Prime 88. He even signed it too. That's just kind of the photo of the logo. That's why I didn't transform him for a while. I'm just finishing up this one tab on this side. But yeah, he's a fellow Transformer collector too. He's an awesome dude. Go check out Alpha Prime 88. Obviously, Sleeping Collectibles, because he's the one who sent me the Snapdragon figure. So if it wasn't for him, I would never probably got the figure. I'll post their links in the description later. I'm just also making sure that this figure's paws are lined up. Which you can't even see him. Well, at least claw is lined up to the table. which you can kind of see me doing something, but I have to adjust his pause. As he's almost trying to bite me. There, he's aiming it more at the others. Just bringing these two paws down. To bring the paws down at an angle. You'll see in a sec. There, and that way. There, he's standing. Let me just put the headmaster in the seat. Which I don't have him there. But here is who as I was just quickly working on. Sorry, give me a second. Let me fix his head. But I do have other headmasters. Other Autobot headmasters. I can get them out, but they're on the shelves. Already, I do have like the Skull Cruncher, the Broadside, no, Skull Cruncher, Twin Inferno, Broadside figure. I'm just getting him into his seat. If you haven't, check out that community tab. I've been posting a bunch of stuff there. Updates. I did see Cocaine Bear this past week. It's a good movie. I'm definitely seeing MN3 soon. Probably before TFCon. Okay. Yeah. Oh, come on. Rest of his tail kind of broke. But there, you can see there's Skull Cruncher right there at the bottom. And those are the headmaster bots I do. Well, from the show I do have. Granted, only one of them is not on the same shelf. One's on a different shelf. But there is those here. I'll lower the camera for a sec. Which one might get cut off, but that way you can see Skull Cruncher there, and I can set it back a little bit more. Okay, let me fix that tail. But there, you can see Skull Cruncher. And you might see me there. But yeah, I got TFCon, WonderCon, the Pantasia's play. And like I said, I might be going to AZ for a few days to visit some family there. There before it's too late. But yeah, there's that. Also, yeah, which one will go over? Sorry, Skull Cruncher still, because I just knocked it off too. There, so you can see there's the Headmaster cons I do have. Well, from the Headmaster show. I know Drexler was in there. He's over there on the shelf. I didn't bring him out. But yeah, there's that. Anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, Ultimate Wolf on Discord. If you haven't, check out the community tab. If you haven't, go check out the one and only Alpha Prime 88 on Instagram. I know he has a Facebook page. Well, I believe he does. So there's that. Check out there. Doesn't do Discord. Get him to join it. Do Discord. But yeah, he does YouTube. Like I said, he used to do giveaways. Probably do more later. I'm not sure. He has been a bit busy schedule because he's been he's been moving, and then he's also been doing his work, which is art. So yeah, but yeah, definitely go check him out. If you do, what's up to him? Tell him the Ultimate Wolf sent you. But yeah, he's an awesome buddy from Ireland. But like I said, he'll be here when I do the TFCon haul. Sin will probably be here too. It's also her birthday, March 8th. So if you see Black Pearl Sin, go tell her happy birthday, March 8th. I'll post it in the community that day too. It's a little reminder. haven't, definitely check out Marvel's Collectibles. He's working on 600 subs at the moment. Alright, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf, and this has been Seige. Warface Iratron, Seige, Apeface, and Snapdragon review. It's either Rodimus or Road Rage or the Maximals again next week. When I get back, I'll post it on the schedule. But yeah, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf. I hit stop and it didn't work.